So, you and your group are wanting to play Rusthenge. This video will give you a spoiler-free overview of some of the background lore to this adventure, without delving into any relevant plot details, so you can rest assured that if you want to be a player in this story, it won't be ruined for you. Rusthenge is a deluxe, standalone Pathfinder 2nd edition adventure for first-level characters written by Vanessa Hoskins. There isn't a player's guide, as this is not an adventure path, but there are recommended backgrounds included in the back of the book, which your game master may want to share with you to aid in integrating your characters into the story. These are all available on Archives of Nethys, but as always, check with your GM before looking up anything relevant to this adventure. You don't need to have an understanding of Golarian's history to participate in this adventure, as it's largely designed for new players, and it's increasingly becoming a popular adventure to introduce players to Pathfinder 2nd edition. This story is commonly followed up with the 7 Dooms for Sandpoint adventure path, so if your GM is planning on weaving the two stories together, it may be worth checking out the player's guide to that adventure to start building your backstory with that adventure path in mind. Really, the best advice for character creation is make a hero. Someone who would want to participate in a quest, and ideally is not evil. Any classes or ancestries are fine for this story, and with GM permission, the backgrounds provided with Rusthenge are great for immersing your character into the world of this story. You'll be starting at level 1 and will likely begin the story in a village called Osprey Cove. The remainder of this video will cover some of the backstory of the area around Osprey Cove, as it's information your characters might well know. In terms of its geography, Osprey Cove is situated on the kindred coast of Chakakoff Isle, an island in the Ironbound archipelago. This area is part of the young nation of New Thassalon, ruled by Runelord Bellamarius, who doesn't really pay attention to the smaller settlements of the archipelago, such as Osprey Cove, and that's just how everyone likes it, so they try to keep their heads down and get on with things while avoiding notice. Osprey Cove was founded by 2 siblings, Santui and Dartanius, towards the beginning of the Age of Lost Omens. They escaped from the pirate city of Riddleport with other refugees of the Crime Lords, using stolen ships, and fled to Chakakoff Isle. Santui, a worshipper of Caden Kalian, wanted to create a peaceful fishing commune in Osprey Cove, whereas Dartanius, who followed Gorum, the god of battle, wanted to amass a navy and strike back against Riddleport. This disagreement caused a schism between the inhabitants of Osprey Cove, and a number of the refugees left with Dartanius and established a new rival settlement down the coast, Iron Harbour. The siblings are both long gone, but their feud has persisted with the 2 villages, which both harbour feelings of bitterness towards each other. As mentioned earlier, the stretch of shoreline where both villages lie is called the Kindred Coast, and this is in reference to the founding siblings. In the modern day of this adventure, the friendly commune of Osprey Cove is ran by a council of elders. Most in the village worship Caden Kalian or Desna. The 5 elders are Anlogog, an Undine ranger who leads the fishing efforts, Bomel, a dwarven woman who is responsible for agriculture, Jehadia, a half-elf or Ivaran oracle, who's the main healer in the village, Vandus, a human historian and fisher, who's the oldest of the group, and finally Ordwy, who's the youngest elder and cleric of Caden Kalian. And with that, that's all the background that you really need to know to begin this adventure. So, I hope this video helps you to make characters and you enjoy your adventures in the story of Rusthenge. Happy pathfinding.